I didn't see all that. I only saw the last one when there was just a dude in the middle of that empty stadium with a spotlight on him just running on a treadmill. Like, what the hell is this? And it was like, whatever, like, I'm not that, like, it didn't blow my mind, but there were some things that were cool. One is like the freaking drone shots of Tokyo were amazing.
Oh, that was amazing.
That shit was really cool. And the drones making the logo, like, that shit looked really good, right?
I think, yeah, that was probably the highlight for me of the whole opening sequence. Like, the animation was good enough, but then when I saw that the drones turning into the shape of the globe and just hovering slowly above the whole stadium, it looked beautiful.
Does chat have any opinions on the Tokyo Olympics? Anyone been keeping up? Please let us know.
All the shots of Tokyo were cool, but the thing is, they had the sequence. They have every different countries come in, right, one after the other, and like the colors and the patterns of like the African countries.
Yeah, I was
so
watching that. I saw
beautiful,
that,
dude. I want to like
Ghana uniform
and take it down.
Yep. There was Ghana and there was, I think, Swaziland as well. They had full traditional clothing on them.
Yes.
Eswatini, yeah.
No, the thing is, if you see my like YouTube search history from 1 year ago, it'll all be about like African fashion and patterns, and because it's inspired by nature and these colors. And it was so freaking cool to see them, where even some had like these really cool masks also with the patterns in it. That was the coolest for me to see.
Yeah, I think there were some custom masks in the middle of it.
Yeah. I love their really style. I love it because it's inspired by nature and they are geometric and organic, and they use like.
I was expecting
a lot
actually
of colors. It's very beautiful.
I was expecting.
Varun says I would have watched the Olympics if they made an anime about it. You know what? I agree, Varun. Sports boring, real life boring, anime cool.
He says sports boring while the first episode is about
Haikyuu. Yeah, I know, right?
Do I watch Haikyuu? Do I watch Haikyuu? I'm sorry. Do I?
I mean, you did.
Did I even finish it?
You would rewatch the first 3 seasons.
Did I finish it? I wouldn't rewatch the first 3 seasons, Adi.
Why not?
Yeah, he's already seen it 10 times. He wouldn't watch it.
Also season 4 ruined it for me. The ending of the manga ruined it for me, so I'm never going to rewatch it.
Yeah. No, but speaking of this thing, the new graphic design, the logos and all that, they showed that animation sequence was very
they had
like the motion graphics.
I forgot what it was
nice.
called. Photo something. They said they were basically posing according to each and every logo.
Photo subsampling. Yes.
No, that was cool. And also the thing is, the Google Doodle, remember I told you, they made a little game. They had beautifully animated cutscenes. Like I finished the whole game, I played it yesterday only. And
I was
found
surprised.
Yeah, I found I was like, yo, why these animations are so well done? Like, who did Google get to do this? And just before we started the podcast, like, guys, holy shit, freaking Studio 4 worked on this. I was like, no wonder it looks crazy.
Like normally you just
so
enter
well done.
Google Doodle and it's like a tiny mini interactive thing that that just makes you go, okay, interesting. But then here they have an actual full game for us to play. And it's actually just 7 full bosses. You can just keep going around playing these sports. It's fun.
Yeah, and like it's nice pixel art, it's very cool. But yeah, the cutscenes are
very nostalgic if you.
Yeah, kind of reminded me of like, it's not as good as Chrono Trigger, but remind me of Chrono Trigger because Chrono Trigger is like an RPG pixel when you're playing, but they have these really well animated cutscenes that come in, So it seemed to
you can tell us to stop talking about the Olympics if you want. That's no problem.
Hey, just leave if you don't want to, dude. The podcast would be more fun without you anyways.
Wow, don't say that to Varun. What a hater.
I don't care about Varun.
Wow. Varun, I care. Don't worry.
That's a joke. But anyway, I want to talk about what I want to talk about. Yeah.
I was going to say hero lineup like it was going to be like a Dota match or something. But in the teams lineup, as people were passing by, I was expecting a lot more from the Kyrgyz team. Or the Middle Eastern, because they have a lot of patterns in their clothing as well. So I figured they'd also come in the I was like expecting, right? I've been spoiled after that, I just wanted to see patterns like that.
Is using me as an excuse.
He is.
How could you accuse me of such a terrible thing, Varun? I cannot even.
But
Otoyome Katari, for those who want to read Bride's Story. It's actually really good.
Hey, don't read it. First go watch our episode on it.
This is the only part of the podcast where Audie can speak. So let him speak and give his thoughts. Anyways, Audie,
you're speaking more than he is.
My thoughts aren't that much. I just I overall like this thing. I found the beginning half of the whole opening sequence a bit iffy because it was like this weird blue man group thing happening with them imitating the logos.
Oh, that
and
was
just
very
people
weird.
running
Dude.
around.
They
And
had
stuff.
a lot of weird shit I didn't get. Even the weird news reporter shit, I was like, I have no clue what's going on.
Yeah, there was some weird skit going on in the middle. Then there was like
that
tap
was very
dancing in the
strange.
middle of it all. So I was like,
Very weird. Yeah, I didn't get any of that shit. But the cool moments, even how the torch opened, looked cool. The way
yeah, I think
flower opened
it
up.
turned into a sakura flower in the end. So yeah.
I see Mickey has
shots of
joined the
Tokyo
chat
were,
on YouTube to moderate and is agreeing with Varun. Mickey, your moderation rights will be removed if you put another comment like that against me. Bitch.
Mickey, it's okay. I'll put you back on. Don't worry. I control that. But yeah.
Hey, I'm a fair
it
person.
was a cool opening ceremony.
Yeah.
It wasn't that cool.
It wasn't that cool, but there
It
were
was like
there were
whatever.
highlights.
I didn't care. Yeah. There were a few highlights. The drones and the.
For you, I'm assuming it was the animation, right?
I love the
photo
I love
books.
the branding. Yeah, the books were amazing. Yeah, that looked really cool actually. So I did enjoy that the most. And the drone shots of Tokyo, because that looks amazing.
Well, at this point, literally, I was just watching the Olympics and I just thought of you only because I was just wondering, what if he was in the stadium right now?
But there was no one in there. It was just empty. It was just chairs, you know.
There were some 10,000 odd people, right? I mean, it was meant for a lot of people, but then I think
But
the
it was
first.
empty. They spent so much, they're in so much in debt right now after making that, and like they spent so much money, and it's like because of this, it's like empty. No one's. They're doing it like in a bubble, right? They're having the whole thing. So,
Yeah, I thought they just had like the upper ring of the stadium filled with people, but yeah. Basically, the opening sequence. But then again,
Sequence.
pandemic happened and they kind of got screwed over for it. So can't really blame them if you thought. I thought it was low quality, but yeah, I can understand why.
Even they did that 2020 also with the NBA. They created like this bubble where only the players were there and they only played matches and all that. So they're doing that a lot.
They did that with IPL and that backfired beautifully.
Did it? I have no idea what happened with IPL.
Cricketers got infected, no?
They got infected
They
left,
did?
right, and center. A lot of them
Oh
got
my
banned
God.
because they were flaunting guidelines.
Well,
A lot of problems against.
They didn't
different
really follow it, I guess, in the end, is what you're saying.
Not really, no.
They thought it was okay, but then it was technically breaking the rules, and they got fucked for it.
This was like a few months back, right? This was still in the height of the
Good
second
few months back. And Mickey says, IPL got cancelled. But
It got cancelled.